With the flick of a switch, holiday lights illuminated a mural commemorating the first 100 years of the Virginia Maritime Association. The artist was on hand to sign his creation, as was a COVID-reduced number of guests.
VMA, I consider them friends and family. They allowed me to be me and create in the way that I wanted to create.
Who knew on February 13th that the Centennial Charter signing in Richmond, which kicked off the VMA 2020 celebrations, would be the last large event VMA could hold in 2020? The pandemic put most of the year into a deep freeze. Yet during 2020, we witnessed progress on several substantial infrastructure improvements, which the VMA had long advocated for and nurtured.
So much of what we do, you don't see it come to fruition until years later.
Take the recent completion of 2 offshore wind turbines, 27 miles off the coast of Virginia Beach, the first ever in federal waters, an effort more than a decade in the making. A commercial project with as many as 200 turbines is next, to be followed by another of similar scale off the coast of Kitty Hawk. And the region is poised to become a manufacturing hub for an entire new industry, generating green energy for homes and businesses statewide.
As we go into the future and we are looking at cleaner energy, obviously that's one source that we want to be able to utilize and benefit the Commonwealth of Virginia.
It was the VMA that brought together key commercial vessel operators and government agencies to agree on locations where the turbines would not negatively impact navigation of maritime traffic, bound to and from the cargo terminal and other waterfront facilities.
From then we only saw opportunity for the port to expand and diversify this already very robust maritime industry.
I'm excited about it because I think it's a great opening for PMT. Put a manufacturing plant over there to load them by water to go out there. It's going to be a great thing.
Staying competitive demands maximum productivity. An expansion of Virginia International Gateway was completed in 2019, and in 2020, the $400 million expansion of Norfolk International Terminals will also be ready for market. Increasing the capacity of the Southside container operations by over 40%, that project includes 2 more ship-to-shore cranes, giving the terminal 10 to handle post-Panamax vessels. VMA championed the effort for the state funds, and customers will see the difference in more efficient and quicker throughput of their cargo.
If we play our cards right, you will see a waterway that is already very active, but will be even more active.
2020 also saw substantial progress in the dredging that will ultimately deepen the Norfolk Harbor and Newport News channels to 55 feet, the Thimble Shoal Channel to 56 feet, and its widening up to 1,400 feet, and the sea lanes deepened to 59 feet. The effort began when VMA demonstrated the initial business case, initiated coordination with the Virginia Port Authority and U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and lobbied the General Assembly for state funding. More width and depth will enable 24/7 two-way traffic for Navy and commercial ships, entering and exiting the harbor with more cargo and fewer delays.
It's good for us on the maritime side and also our DoD partners as well, so that they're not being bothered by by channel closures either.
Moving imports inland requires substantial rail and highway capacity. In 2020, VDOT, with the strong backing of the VMA, moved forward on the expansion of the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel, which will double the number of available lanes. The $3.8 billion initiative is the largest transportation project ever undertaken in Virginia and will take 5 years to complete. Improving port operations and providing a safe haven for ships was the reason VMA convinced the Coast Guard to designate Anchorage R off Cape Charles for commercial vessels. That multi-year effort, which was finalized in 2020, protects this large deep-water area from encroachment. The strength and vitality of the VMA was in full display in 2020, particularly in how well it represents the interests of its members in Richmond and Washington.
They know that we're down here, and they know that we are one of the economic engines for Virginia, if not the economic engine.
And one of the things we do as an association that I'm very proud of is that we operate as a community.
It's been that way for a century and counting.